Hello, this is Natasha. Happy to see you here. It's been a while, but I'm happy to be back, and this is an unusual video. This is my first ever collaboration video, and this is collaboration with my crafty friend Katya. We met with her, I think a couple months ago on a video hop, and we just clicked and we decided to make a collaboration, and this is a dedication to friendship, and we decided to make with her friendship cards and to celebrate our crafty friendship and hopefully inspire you to celebrate your crafty friendship. So the link to Katya's video will be in the description below. Make sure to check her channel and her video after you watch mine, because she is the absolute queen of crafty hacks and card making hacks, and she has absolutely amazing ideas on how to use your stash, how to use your supplies in unusual ways, and she's amazing, and I'm sure you'll love her. Okay, so let's jump right in. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you three card ideas, three friendship cards using background stamps. So if you know me, you know that I'm a very clean and simple card maker, a minimalistic card maker, and sometimes background stamps are a little bit too much for me. They're a little bit too busy, and sometimes I hoard them. Don't get me wrong, I do. I keep buying them, but sometimes I feel that I don't use them enough just because they're a little bit too busy. And I love white space. I love clean and simple designs. So today I'd like to share with you three ideas how to use your background stamps, how to make the most of them, and how to use your background stamp as focal images on your cards. So I'm going to use these three background stamps from Neat and Tangled. I will leave the links to the supplies below, but I do encourage you to go through your stash and just look at the background stamps you have, because the ideas I will be sharing today will obviously work with all kinds of stamps. So I'm going to use these then this plaid, perfectly plaid background from the Stamp Market, and this Lemon Lush stamp from Pink Fresh Studio. So I have already prepared some my backgrounds to speed up the process. So for this, I inked my plate stamp with 3 colors of distress inks, spritzed the stamp with water, and just pressed a piece of watercolor cardstock against it to get this watercolory look. And so this is one background I'm going to use. Then for this, using this background stamp, I stamped it on a piece of gray cardstock, and I only need a strip, so I didn't even bother to stamp it on a full sheet of paper. So I stamped it and colored the hearts with my Copic marker. And I also on this stamp there are some envelopes that are just, well, full envelopes, and I stamped these full envelopes on just some scraps of white cardstock, because I'm going to cut them out and use them for dimension and for additional interest. Okay, so these what we'll need for the second card. And as for this background stamp, I stamped it in black ink on watercolor cardstock and colored it with Pink Fresh Studio watercolors. And again, I was too lazy to color the entire image, so I just stamped part of it, because I'm going to use only part of it, and actually have already prepared a panel. So I used my square die, but I placed it a little bit, well, in not is okay, so you see how I placed it. So I'm going just to foam mount it over my colored image, and this, I think this is a fun way to use your dies. So it gives a different look, right? It looks like, I don't know, like a diamond or something. And obviously you can use any shape here, a heart, a circle, an oval, hexagon, whatever you have. Okay, so now I'll assemble my cards and I'll get back to you. Okay, so here's my first card. So I die cut my watercolory panel with a heart die cut from Ellen Hudson. As always, all the supplies will be linked below. I adhered it onto a colored cut base, and for the sentiment I used a sentiment from Paper Smooches. So very clean and simple, and I added splatters, of course, you know. I can't, not a single card goes without splatters in my case. So I really like how this turned out. I think it will work great for a male friend, or for any friend for that matter. Just go for the colors, for your favorite colors, or for your friend's favorite colors, and here you have it. Okay, the second card with the envelopes. So I just adhered the gray panel onto my card base, just white card base, and I cut out the envelopes and foam mounted them on the card base for additional dimension. And the sentiment is from another set from Knit and Tangle. Email is good, but letters are better. So true. For us card makers, it's definitely a very true sentiment. Okay, so very clean and simple, and I really love how it turned out. And for this card I used obviously very limited color palette, just gray, black and red and white. And this is one of the tricks I use for my clean and simple cards, and I will leave the link to a video where I talk more about this in the corner of the screen if you're interested. And the third card, for which I use this Lemon Lush background stem from Pink Fur Studio. So this is how it turned out. So it's again very clean and simple, and just to jazz it up a little bit, I added 2 strips of gold cardstock, and I heat embossed my sentiment in gold to connect it with the gold of the strips, and I used black cardstock for the sentiment, again to bring together the black outline of the image with the sentiment, and I used green card base for my card. So okay, so here you have 3 simple, quick friendship cards that use your background stamps. I hope you like these ideas, and I hope you're inspired to play with your background stamps and to give them a little bit of love. So thank you very much for your time. Have a wonderful day, and see you again soon. And remember to check Kathya's video. The link to this video is in the description below. And have fun, and hope to see you again on my channel. Bye.